3, 2, 1, start. Okay, cool. Yeah, don't want to have to bloody put up with like another one of those. Oh, I started the run and now I have to quit out because the time is a different color or it's not working properly.
Listen now, what's wrong with you?
I've said it before, but I really wish I could just, I like knew of a method or something to like cancel out of these boxes. But yeah, there's kind of like blackboard tutorials with Sakura. Yeah, she's just, if you could move, totally different story, but the fact that you can't for like, what, a good 3 seconds or so? Like even this, to a degree, but I mean, that one's a strange case, because for the entire game, except one, you're frozen, so I don't know what's going on with the one where you can move and consistently, but I mean, you know, regardless, it is what it is. But you know, at the same time, if you know the fact I can do that, whoops, yeah, the fact I can do that there makes me think, well, hey, maybe, just maybe, I can do it for the blackboard ones. Ooh, I thought I had it then. Or even, I mean, obviously this isn't the case, but it would have been great if they could just, I don't know, put in, for like options, a way to disable the tutorials. Because yeah, I don't really think they took into account that people might be interested in replaying it. Not that it really matters, but still.
Alright. Bring Naruto here at once, sir.
Though I guess if it were to be done, it probably would have been more necessary for this game than the sequel, because I mean, Broken Bond kind of needs tutorials, even for those that are replaying it. Or perhaps I should say, if you take away the tutorials that I'm talking about with the like the blackboard boxes, you're still gonna have tutorials in the game, because you know you've got, for example, specific battles that you cannot skip. You need to trigger them in order to advance the story. Something as basic as playing as Shikamaru and versing a bandit to get you used to his moveset, as well as subbing or throwing kunai. You know, stuff along those lines where it's like you can't skip it. Even like I've tried even with like modding it to kind of like clip out of bounds and literally go around it, and yeah, no, you really do need to trigger it to advance the story. Which is a real shame. I wish they still, well, I guess for those it's understandable, but more so for like the filler missions, I wish that they still gave the Rise of Ninja treatment to it, how they had half of the missions, pretty much all the filler or filler-esque kind of missions as social quests, which would boost your health, and the main canon and important parts of the story would be the ninja missions that would boost your chakra. I thought that was a really cool system, and it's a real shame that they got rid of that in the sequel. But oh well. It is what it is. So yeah, hopefully now that I'm a bit more switched on, I'll remember certain things, because I forgot quite a fair bit the last attempt. I mean, sure, last attempt was more of an experimental run, or a practice run, if you will. I'd say more of an experimental run, if anything, because it was more of, like, getting a feel for this new category and trying to, you know, like, understand what's gonna work, what's not gonna work, as well as figuring out, like, certain routes, you know, because even that's new to this. Because, you know, when you're going for certain Lovelorn villages, it's, for something like this that's new, we still have to think about, like, what is the faster route to getting to certain Lovelorn villages. I mean, for me personally, it's more finding what's the most fast route to take, or the fastest route to take. Even if it does come off as really risky. Because, I mean, that's just me, I'm a risky runner. That's probably why, thus far, I'm the only one who's done the water skip. Or perhaps I should say the walk on water skip. Because I'm prepared to, you know, face the next two bosses with half my health and half my chakra. As well as the fact that I'm also prepared for failure. I'm prepared to, for one, mess up and not actually defeat them and have to use the memory clips. Or likewise, I'm prepared to mess up the water skip and have to do it a couple or a few more times. I mean, that's the price to pay, being a risky runner, I guess, but if it pays off, it pays off. Let's see if I can get this, because I got it last time. No, damn. Yeah, that's... I mean, I know that that's not easy, and I've very rarely done it, but I feel like, yeah, moving the camera like that really helps. But, see, now that screenshot there, I don't know if you guys saw that, that really intrigues me, because if you look very carefully, the ancient coin counter is on 9999. And I'm thinking, or I'm wondering if it's possible to do basically the equivalent of what I'm doing, or what I'm about to do with the Lovelorn villages, if I can do that, but with the coins. Because I did try it and it didn't work, but I think it is definitely something to look more into in the future, because right now I don't feel like I've really tested it enough to really get a solid answer. But yeah, just thinking about the possibility of being able to use this ASG to multiply my coins, not only would it solve the problem of the PAL version having two coins that are buggy, but it would even fix, like, well, not fix, but it would allow the player, not in speedruns specifically, but it would, in general, it would allow the player to purchase every single scroll, or perhaps I should say upgrade every scroll, because, you know, they released the game in such a way where you can't actually get, or you can't upgrade all the scrolls. So yeah, you might be able to get level 1 on all of them, and you actually have them, but yeah, and equipping them at any time is one thing, but to have them all upgraded to level 3, there's not enough gold coins to actually do this. And I think part of the reason for that is either A, there was going to be more gold coins originally,
There you are.
or B, when you were meant to upgrade it to level 2, instead of being gold coins, it was meant to be ancient coins. But, yeah, I don't know. I feel, if anything, it's more so the former. Because, looking at some of the, like, earlier builds of this game, there was, like, heaps more, tons more of ancient coins. Which perhaps could explain that screenshot from earlier that I mentioned, being on 909. 9. But yeah, if we accept that the ancient coins were meant to be, there's meant to be a lot more, then it's not impossible that the gold coins, conversely, were meant to be higher in numbers, be it for Konoha or even the foresty areas. I must say though, I was looking around in the middle gate, past the Land of Waves entrance. Pretty much where the cave is as you enter past the Land of Waves entrance. Yeah, there's like a cave there, and when you exit the cave, if you like look above, or if you get there above, there's another cave above, which yeah, the entrance to that is open. But the thing that really intrigued me about it is, if you look very carefully, it looks as though there was meant to be one or more barriers there, because there is a barrier. You have to use level 3 shadow clones to break down the metal barrier or metal door or whatever. But before that, when you enter this cave, there's like a rocky and even a bit of wood that's broken, and I don't know, it just to me anyway suggests that maybe maybe there was meant to be a barrier or two. Because if I recall correctly, I don't recall there being a time where you have to use all 3 levels to progress. I think the closest it comes to this is the underground caves in Konoha, when you break 2 barriers, I think, from memory, to get to the Hokage Mansion. We'll get on the Hokage Mansion. It's a shame they ditched that later on. Because I was thinking about it too, like what do they end up using Shadow Clones for in Broken Bond, outside of battle mode, when you're exploring? Yeah, it's used for the bridge, but outside of that, is it ever used for destroying stuff? It's like, yeah, no, I guess they wanted to give that to the Rasengan, and you know, rightfully so. But I do miss it though. It would have been interesting to like have the ability to, for example, try your Shadow Clones on the boulder, only for it to fail, even on like the max level, and then that's like indication, oh, okay, this isn't going to work. I have to actually use the Rasengan on this. That way you'd really get like a good level or a good gauge on like the power scaling from Shadow Clones to the Rasengan. Okay, so should I do this now, or... Yeah, probably could do it there. Yeah, I probably could. But I don't want to risk it just yet. I'll have to test that out off stream or just in general from. Just in case it messes up that one. I don't know what it is, but that sub box has always intrigued me. It just, the happy face specifically, it just makes me feel like, oh, that was like a, I don't know, like a beta icon for the happy faces. Yeah, where am I going? See, if I were doing the double jump strategy now, I would branch to the left and go for 2 of the 3 Lovelorn villages. Is that right? No. 3 of the 4. Because that's right, I forgot. But I would change the strategy. Like, this would be my early chance to, yeah, go for the one that I wouldn't go for after getting the double jump. But I'm just thinking though, I probably could go for the other one, especially now going for the sprint for this one. I mean, even with the double jump, I probably could have just ran off the building after the rail and then go from that Lovelorn villager to the next one in front. And I feel it's probably more necessary to do this with the sprint, if anything, because you can, like, go right then and there in mere seconds to the next one. I mean, either way, it's going to be an interesting comparison. Because the main deal is that it's going to be trying to build up time save from semi-time loss by completing the filler mission and the Land of Waves arc. Because, you know, I have to keep in mind that, like, what, 30, yeah, from like 30 minutes in, or less than, all the way up to like 3:40, I'm doing the exact same thing. You know, just converting, going back to the gate to autosave, load back into that autosave, rinse and repeat. gonna try to. I tried. I was trying to like enter the training so I could upgrade my strength because that was actually something I meant to test out. Because I think you can. I think you can actually upgrade your strength at this point. The only reason I don't in like a normal run is because, well, for one thing, I didn't think of the strategy until recently. But before that, it would have been more time lost to travel all the way to Iruka and upgrade and then continue. At least if I'm remembering correctly from when you get the ability to upgrade your strength. Ooh! And that's something too I forgot to test. Oh my god, his Kakashi's animation. Oh, that's great. I haven't seen that. But yeah, that's something I forgot to test too, damn it. Yeah, because I was gonna see if I could, like, because you can briefly move for a quick second there. And in that short space of time, if I could speak to Kakashi again, I could probably skip the next conversation. And there is a little bit there, so, you know, it would be a bit of time save, but, you know, any time save is worth it. I think, if anything, there'd be more chance at getting that time save than the one after you defeat the bandit boss, because that one is doable. It's just, I've tried a few times now, and more times I'm failing. It's just, there's too much distance to cover to get to Sakura or Sasuke to speak to them. So it isn't impossible, it's just a bit more precise on your timing of talking to them, as well as the distance you need to cover to talk to them. So a lot does go into it, and we'll see now, because I'm about to I'm approaching that mission now, so I'll get a shot at it, and hopefully I pull it off. This will also be a good time and chance to also try a new strategy, which I did post about on the server, where yeah, if you save it right before you get the treasure, and then load into that save, which thankfully it doesn't even take that long to load back into it. Yeah, when you load back in, if you collect the treasure, it doesn't give you a mission update saying, hey, you got this treasure, now find your friends, or whatever the update is. It doesn't give you that message at all. And I thought, okay, well, for that, it's very minor, and I think it is faster to just not save and just collect it, endure the time loss, or not time loss, endure the delay of getting the mission update and proceed. But then I found that after you defeat the new bandit boss, or the bandit lieutenant, it skips that mission update after you've completed that part, so it skips 2. So for that reason, it may be worth going for it. Still not fully 100% sure on that, because I still haven't fully tested it, but, you know, that's what we're here to do, to really exploit all these new findings. Yeah, just a real shame that the mission update can't be broken out of in the same way that one can be in the Jiraiya filler. Well, I say can be as if I could, like, I'm actually doing something to cause it, but I don't know what it is. It just, for some reason, you can move. Yeah, she does have a fun little head time. Yeah. Yeah, I think that was to do with me, like, running into him. And that, like, going into the animation of him talking. I wish I remembered to try talking to him before the conversation started. But oh well, next time. So I'm just thinking, I might have to change this current strategy of upgrading the strength, and instead of upgrading the strength, upgrading the sexy jutsu, because by doing so, that definitely will allow me to go for more level 1 villages and increase the chances of getting this done even faster. But again, it's still something that's just an idea. It's not really. Don't know if it actually is faster. It might be slower to, route to different level 1 villages compared to right now. Whoa. That's something else I wanted to look more into. The slowdown. There is, for some weird reason, when you just meet up with Jiraiya and he tells you to go get his, what is it, the shovel, I think it is? And Naruto finds pretty much this bandit and he's like, hey, do you have this tool or whatever it is? He's like, what? How did you know? For some reason, every time that battle is really horrendously slow and consistently. So yeah, I don't know what it is, but I tried already looking into it. But everything I've done, from like collecting all the coins in the area to destroying all the barriers with shadow clones, I've tried everything, and so far that hasn't made any noticeable differences. So I might have to see if something similar to like loading into the autosave, trying to get a similar kind of ASG, if that could maybe produce some kind of a difference in performance. I don't know. Makes me yearn that much more for wanting a bloody BC on Series X. Because I mean, really, like all of this would be removed, including the bug where the game crashes if it encounters slow down enough, or slows down enough. It's like, oh man, all of that would be removed. I really am surprised that platinum hits still haven't been given the treatment, but I guess it's still a slow process, so all we can do is really be patient and hope for the best. If I won. Yeah, turned around, let's go. That's another thing too. Up there, to my right, there's a rock there, and I was thinking maybe I could find a new shortcut. Well, small kind of a shortcut where pretty much the next time you meet up with the bandit boss from here, when the rest of Team 7 is walking next to Naruto, I was wondering if I could maybe trigger that cutscene by jumping off of the rock and kind of getting a bit higher using the terrain. Because you definitely do get a bit more height by pushing into the mountain because it's a bit sloped. But sadly it's still not enough height to trigger the cutscene, so... Good of them to really remove any possibilities of skipping stuff, so that's cool. I even tried like jumping off of like a rock onto the like the wooden higher paths. It's like a wooden treehouse almost, I don't know. But yeah, both with the double jump and the sprint, and neither one helped, unfortunately. So okay, I'll have to check after this is done if Sexy Jutsu level 2 or 3 is available. Because I don't think it was available when I upgraded the strength before. Because I mean, not that I'm gonna need it for the Land of Waves arc, but still, like, I can't help but wonder if for whatever reason the double jump method only is faster than sprinting, then it would be good to know if it's worth progressing through this filler to get level 2, and then have the ability to get more level 1 villages in the run, if that's going to be like faster than just sticking with level 1. I'm actually really shocked that that bandit doesn't trigger. Because, I mean, logically speaking, it should trigger. Well, actually, no, to be fair, it only triggers when I go up here to this part of the forest. So if I go down now, it would trigger. So I guess gotta count myself lucky that I don't have to come here, then go back. Which actually, no, that doesn't add up. That doesn't make sense, because I do end up doing this when I have to come back here to go to the Land of Waves. So what's going on there? I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it resets the bandits, because it does add 1 extra. But yeah, this is the part where I was trying to like jump below to get up to trigger the cutscene, but yeah, no. Really? Whatever. Okay, here we go, Moment of Truth. I gotta try and run this and actually get it to work. Expand like a madman. Oh, nah, man, come on. See, it's like it's highlighted like I can talk, but I didn't get it. I don't know if that means I just didn't spam enough or I wasn't in the right angle. Yeah, because by doing that, speaking to Sakura, you can skip that entire conversation just there. Wait, did I speak to her after that just ended? Or am I tripping? I did speak to her. Okay, because I saw the render change. But it didn't do anything. Oh well. Am I gonna need to fight this bandit? No, I think we're in the clear. Well, we'll find out now after this. Yeah, okay, cool, we're in the clear. I still think, I said this before, but like on the left, entering this cave, I still think you can jump up there. But, yeah, I refuse to believe that's impossible. It looks too good to be true, I don't know. But at the same time, it just, yeah. Like, even with the sprint, you just get some really, like, real satisfying results. Oops. Thank you, menu. Come on, work. Oh, jeez, what the hell's going on with my saves? I've got literally nothing, what the hell? Yeah, see, like that. There's no mission update for doing that. Can I get this? Please get this. And I didn't get it. Bummers. But at least I'll skip the mission update after this. At least I bloody well should. And the thoughts an NTSC difference. What about now? Just thinking again, if I could like talk to him before the conversation starts, I could like skip it. Okay. But again, I don't know if you guys saw that, but like I did skip, well, not skip. Well, I mean, I did skip the mission update, but I spoke to Sakura before she like vanished. And I do wonder if maybe that. If that could allow me to... No, I wouldn't think anyway. I wouldn't think it's gonna skip the mission update or allow me to move. If anything, it wouldn't allow me to talk to her. Yeah. See, like even there's like spikes that'd all be removed on Series X. Not that it's really ever bothered me, but still. I think like Unleashed, it just, yeah, it's stuff that doesn't really bother me, but when it is removed, it's like, oh wow, this is like, you know, 5 times better. Okay, let's see. So yeah, I'll check if I can upgrade. But there's also the case of whether I should upgrade, because I don't think I'm going to have enough. Or maybe I will, we'll see. But there is a chance I might not have enough to get both the strength upgrade and the level 2 upgrade. But we'll find out now.
Hello, Naruto.
Okay, so... Okay, I can upgrade. And I have enough, let's go. Let's actually go.
Welcome back. Well, Hello. Hello, Naruto.
I'm trying so hard to like skip this conversation, because like, again, you like speak to your sensei and then the conversation starts. It makes sense why it should work here, but it doesn't. So I'm still trying to like do it frame perfect when the third's convo starts, or even before, just definitely having the conversation started up and just having it kind of merge into it and trying to like frame perfect cancel out of it. You know, I'm just trying everything I can. So far nothing's working. Hopefully I can find something eventually. See, that bandit's removed because we've already fought him. There's one here which we're going to try to skip, which we skipped. Let's go. But then there's this one that I mentioned before, but it still doesn't trigger, and I've only really just thought about it now. Like, why? Because like that. Yeah, okay. So the thing is, you're gonna have one bandit, and it's RNG where he's going to spawn. He's either going to spawn where it should have triggered, or he's going to spawn after you destroy the wooden barrier to enter the bandit's hideout in the cave. And I'm always going on about resetting the run if I get it when I need to bust open the barrier. And the fact that it wasn't there for the barrier tells me that it definitely should have been for the area that we were just running around, but it still didn't trigger, so I really genuinely don't know what's going on with that. Maybe when I go to the third, I'm getting further enough away from all of that draw distance to the point that it is unloading everything, maybe? That's like the only thing I could think of. Because otherwise I genuinely have no idea. Maybe I'm getting confused with one of the other bandits, because there is one more. As soon as you enter like the first wooden barrier where you can enter the Land of Waves, if you turn to the right, there is a bandit there, so maybe I'm getting confused with one of those for that one. Yeet. Look at you. You're a touchy little bastard, aren't ya? But no KOs for me, thank you very much. See, I feel like even here, can I like... I mean, I can't move, I guess, but... I just can't help but wonder, like, if I could, and get like a quick interaction, and I do end up speaking to him, when it finishes loading here, it'll stall the conversation, and I could like cancel out of this, even if it is short. I don't know, just little things like that to really improve the run. I don't know, maybe I'm trying too hard. I just find it strange that there's some areas where it's perfectly working, but others just nah. And I guess it's all dependent on when and if you can move in certain points with the mission update. Because I guess, yeah, well, I mean, that is still a bit of a mystery, I guess, or Thank you. Oh yes, no, even better. Let's just do it again. And even better. Come on, stress, go away. There we go. Oh, nice, that worked out. I just took a risk and it was worth it, I guess. Because I usually wait for the animation, or rather I wait and look at the animation to time my jump, but... again, I'm a risky runner. So I was having a bit of fun with this last night. So I was trying to ultimately move closer to the tree that you have to climb. Because right now I can move, or could move. And in that short space of time I was thinking, if I can move closer to the tree, instead of waiting on to be able to do it and get it working on the third attempt or fourth attempt, because see, like for the first 2 here, it's not going to work no matter how fast I spam it. But on the 3rd or 4th, you can get it. Like so, but you really have to spam to get it to work on the 3rd. And that was the point of moving closer. I was thinking by getting closer to the tree, maybe I could decrease the chances of, you know, having the timer be cucky, and instead I'll get it on the 1st or 2nd attempt. But, nah, didn't work, unfortunately. Or even, like, when I can move, going up to Kakashi, speaking to him, and, you know, maybe storing that into the next whatever. And I mean, I did get that to work, but it didn't create anything that could be useful for runs, unfortunately. If anything, it kind of just soft-locked the game, so... shite. Okay. So yeah, won't be long now. So we get sprint. And I have to take into consideration that, you know, while I am taking time out of the method of, you know, using ASG for getting 100% popularity, I am still gaining like happy villagers from doing story mode, or, you know, these ninja missions or social quests even. So it's not totally useless. I'm not progressing or, you know, getting anywhere. So I am definitely getting some form of progression. This was also something I was trying to look more into, from like double jumping up here, skipping this chakra concentration, to even just jumping into this cutscene right here. Little things to help, but again, nothing. Hopefully I pull this one off with the landing on the pipe to skip the chakra segment. Hey, you can see Haku. And yes, let's go. Cool. Because I just messed that up on my playthrough, because I just started a new one only a couple of hours ago, so like not even, just to mainly to see like what is the highest training point value I can get with the ASG, because there is a certain amount you can get from playing the game normally. So I'm wondering just how far can it go when I add the ASG to it, because there is a limit to that as well. So yeah, put that together. I don't know. That's why I'm doing it, to find out. Okay, hopefully I don't get bad RNG. Or bad AI, I should say. Just mash the Y button, hopefully it's gonna work. In my favor. Fuck off! What the fuck was what was that? you come on, you guys can do that. Come on. I was fucking moving and. Hopefully it works out in my favor. What's a favor? But I actually did I get perfect on that? Oh wow. Oh my god, this game, it's just beautiful sometimes. I can't believe I couldn't move for that. Hey, don't bloody freeze on me now, come on. I can't believe it, just, I couldn't move. Like, if the game kind of just did what it did just then in the cutscene, freeze on me, okay. But, no. It's depleting my rage timer. I can't move. Come on. Oh, God. Alright. Hey. But alright, we've got sprint now, so... And we've got level 2, so that means I can actually branch to this ladder. Lol. I think there's one other that I'm forgetting. Must confess though, like, if I continued doing like a normal any percent run, I feel like that could have been potentially like a record pace, because up until this point, for the most part, I've done pretty good. No major muck-ups. Okay, so I'm actually gonna get this now. And then when I go back, I'll branch into the rest of them. Okay, that's a bit bizarre that I got the autosave then. Hello. Hopefully that isn't something I'm going to regret. It's gonna work, right? Because it definitely doesn't trigger that soon. Normally. Where did you go? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay. So, I'm guessing at this point in the story, because it's like, it's basically waiting for me to, it's basically like set up what I'm about to do, where I have to go off to Moebi. I'm guessing because of that, it's already got the autosave ready, I'm guessing? I don't know. So I might have to do that, and that'll hopefully put it back to normal. And hopefully I can do it now, because if not, I'll have to do 2 battles and then do it. Either way, we'll test the date and hope for the best. So okay, let's go for this one. Starters on here. And again, I want to go for them all, because we're still testing to see if this works. When we know that it works, then we'll go for all of them. But at the same time, I do want to find one that's, the closest, so I'll do 1 or 2 more. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna approach this a wee bit differently, just in case it is still there, and hopefully we'll see some good results. Okay, that's a good sign so far. In terms of the positioning, anyway. Alright, now. Curious. Oops. Okay, moment of truth. What's up? Okay, that's not good. It's not good at all. Check this one to be abso-freaking-lutely sure. Wow, okay. I think we're good. I think we're still good. It's just that one I'm not going to be able to implement into this this strategy of using the sprint. So please bear with me. I'm still experimenting. I'm still learning from trial and error. Because yeah, now that I think about it, I mean, the one that failed has worked, but I think at least at this point in the story, it's just not going to work for the autosave trigger. But these guys should work. At least they should. Yeah, okay, so while I'm at it, I'll go for this ladder. Because I think I pointed this out before, but I think the closer they are to the gate, at least this is just my assumption, the closer they are, the more chance it's not going to work. Or rather, it is going to work. It is going to save that you've made them happy. Yeah, I thought so. I didn't do this one. Kind of sucks because right now, going for this one means sacrificing the rail. Yeah, the rail all the way to the gate. So don't know. I may actually ditch this one. Yeah, sure, it means one less, but at the same time, I am going for 2 more. Well, technically 1 more if we, consider one of the level 2 Lovelorn villages to be the substitute for the one that I'm considering ditching. But yeah, we'll find out now if they're all working or not. So, okay, I'm not going to drop down. I'm going to do this level 2 Lovelorn villager first. Yep, working, cool. Yeah, alright, so it's just that first one that's not going to work for this strategy at this point in the story. Oh, no biggie. Again, we're still getting +2. Well, I guess, again, +1 if I don't go for the one that I'm about to go back to. Because I have to go back and I have to... I think I will still do it because it is still adding 1. And if I keep this strat, I'm going to be having +2, basically. Yeah. Yeah, no, I'll keep him. Because it's not going to get in the way of... Oh, hello. That's interesting. But yeah, as long as I go from the rail to the level 2 Lovelorn villager, then go back to get level 1, and then progress, I'll be fine. As long as I do that, because that'll mean I'll still be able to go from the rail all the way to the gate. So, yeah, as long as I keep that in mind and remember that, should be fine. Great, tea's gone cold. I'll haze it up a bit, hopefully. Okay. So, what was that? We had about, well, less than 30 when we became like a genin, completed the test and where I would normally start with the double jump. But less than an hour, and we're up to this part. So we basically got the equivalent of 30 minutes to try to build up with time save. Oh, right, I'm stupid. I was going to say, what? No, did that one fail? No, I got to remember again, I'm going for that one first, then we're going backwards, alright. Okay. So that's interesting. I think so far for that, the only way to get up there without clinging on is doing like a quick double jump. I tried sprint hopping and I thought you could do that, and maybe you can, but I don't seem to be getting it nowadays. Maybe I imagined it, I don't know. Or maybe I'm thinking of Broken Bond. Yeah, actually, I think I'm thinking of Broken Bond, because from memory they do actually change the height for certain characters that you play as. So okay, this actually works out great, because that means I don't, when I go from the rail to that first one I just did, I don't have to like jump around like the water tower thing. I can just go dead straight forward and jump on the rail, so that works out well. Get my wee. Okay, that's better. A bit warmer. So that's interesting too, I forgot about this. Because I was stuck with level 1 the last time, I was doing a bunch of double jumps to get over the fence and go to the one that I'm about to come up to. So because of that, now I have to do the normal route, which I think it just works out anyway, because I mean, didn't fully confirm if it was faster going over the fence versus going the normal route. Or as D would put it, I'll take the stairs like normal people. Yeah, wait, whoa, chill. Jeez. I'm a bit nervous, to be honest, when I'm doing my platforming around these parts, because it so far is pretty consistent with its slowdown on the performance side. So I mean, I haven't encountered a crash thus far, but still, it's you know, I don't want to risk that chance that it could actually. Oh, did it? Oh no, I thought it bloody froze on the loading. Yep. But yeah, it does slow down a bit. I mean, so far it hasn't been to the extent of areas where it will freeze. So I think we should be good, or at least hopefully. See, okay, now this is interesting. I'm just thinking now, if I did ditch this one, what would I do? I would obviously not go backwards and drop down. Instead, I would pretty much go to the rail I would in reverse. That would take me all the way to the 2 I'm approaching now. And it would be a bit more to the point, I guess. So, I think I ought to compare that in the future. Getting rid of that level 1 villager. See which one's faster. I mean, I say that, but, you know, doing a comparison is one thing, but it's kind of pointless because, I mean, obviously getting rid of it is going to be faster. The problem is, times that by like, what, 160 or 120, is that going to be faster in terms of getting 100% popularity, you know? That's where the real comparison is going to need to be of use. Definitely does slow down a little. You know, in a lot of ways, I'm actually glad I don't have to drop down for that one on the left, because it just seemed like a bit of a headache to go and branch out, drop down. I mean, if he was going to work, I would have gone for the one that I've just gone for now, then go back, then I would have dropped down and do it. And that would have been that. And yeah, in which case, I would say it probably would be a bit more worth it going for this one, because you're not getting one, you're getting 2. I'm gonna try one more. Because there is one more, and I forget, he could be level 3, but there is one right here. Level 2. If he works, he works. Could be something to consider. Like, look, at the end of the day, the more the merrier. Whoa. Because the point is to get as many as you can while you're in Conhar before you do the ASG. So with that knowledge, you know, I like to think anyway that, yeah, the more you get, the more faster it's going to be. Because, you know, the more you're boosting it up to 100%. But still, I'm very critical when it comes to routes and strategies and whether or not something is faster or slower. I'll really want to see it side by side to really, see the facts. There always seems to be an NPC there. I don't know if that's just RNG or... Shadow placement? So yeah, I'd like to think that this one's gonna work after this. But I haven't tested it, so I don't know. I think ultimately, if I'm going to really do this and set this up to have a comparison, I'm going to have to really be thorough on how many times I copy paste it, because I'm going to want to do it to the amount you're going to need to get 100%. And yeah, really compare it then. Whichever gets to 100 first. See, that confuses me, because like that last jump I did, if I double jump there, it seems to just... There's a good chance I can like cling on to it. Whereas if I just sprint hop so far consistently, I haven't clinged, or it's always gotten me up, so I don't know. But then there's times like here where it's like the double jump just seems to work consistently compared to the sprint hop, so yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Oh cool, I got past the... Yeah, just saw now. Got past the chakra value. So yeah, a little over halfway. And hold up, what let me think about this for a second. What were we on? Were we on 150? Am I remembering that correctly? Hang on. So I think what I might do, so I'll just go to this one next, because when I'm on my way back, that makes more sense to pick up the one I normally would have gone for. Yeah, I think it was 150. Well, right? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was 150 when we got to like halfway. So it makes it a bit easier to go just from that one to this one. And at the end of the day, you go on the same route, so sheesh. Yeah, every time sprint hop seems to just really work well there. Gotta be very careful with that sprint hop. I mean, thankfully the grind rails are pretty big with the collision detection, but it still is possible to miss it. Oh, god damn it, I'm not thinking. Trying to like open up this bloody stream so I can see if I was halfway at 150 or not. Yeah. Oh jeez, what the frick? Oh no, that was after I got the... That's right, because yeah, I had a... the game... didn't crash on me, it just didn't load in the loading screen. God damn it. Concentrate, you fuck! Might have been around here. I think it was more.
Okay, we are on the truth.
Say what?
50, let's go. And you know, we are sub 2. We are sub 2. We are freaking sub 2. So, you know, again, I know we didn't start at 0% when we did this, but still, double that, and we've already got a sub 4. So freaking crikey, Cameron, this could be like in the 3s at this rate. My golly, this is shaping up to be quite an interesting category, isn't it? This is
Shut up. Yeah, okay, so I was on 150. And wow. And we're almost on 600 now. Oh, okay, so I think it's safe to say we've kind of already got our answer on if we've built up the time save already. Alright. Yeah, no, for real though. Yeah, I think there is a good chance even in the twos. As long as I don't do anything stupid. Imagine that! Imagine that! In the twos and getting 100 fucking %. In the twos! That just seems like a freaking dream. I mean, comparing it to, you know, no ASG, but, sheesh. You know, a month ago telling me that this was possible, I wouldn't believe it. Oh, man. It's just a real shame that currently it's so goddamn repetitive. Because I do feel that that is going to hinder any chance of there being anyone that's going to want to do this category, you know? Because this isn't like ASG that gets the player to complete the story, you know? It's only useful for getting 100%. And I don't know, there may be people out there that want to try this one day, but I feel like more chance there's going to be people that are actually going to want to do it legitimately and not do something so freaking repetitive for, you know, quite a bit. And I did I look into it on the stream yesterday? No, I didn't. No, I didn't. I did it off stream. I was looking into the hide and seek and ninja races to see if they could be implemented into the run, and they behaved very interestingly. Because they kind of behaved like Lovelorn villages, but they would go back down when you would do level 1. So it would scan what level you were on, and if it detected that, or if it was on level 2, or it said you have completed 2, and you redid level 1 with this ASG, it would go back from saying you've completed 2, going back to saying you've only completed 1. So yeah, very interesting. And because of which, unfortunately, it's not going to be useful for this speedrunning category, so bummer. But at least that confirms if they can be useful, and sadly they can't. And that does go for ramen delivery also. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I definitely do feel more freedom using the sprint in this run. I do feel that it was worth it doing both runs, so I really get a gist of, like, you know, the speed difference for starters, but even the time difference, because again, we were like on 150-ish when I estimated from halfway what the time would be, and it was around there. So I mean, yeah, we didn't get 340, but it was in the 40s. So yeah, again, based on that, I'd say that there is a chance that this could be in the 2s. Well, good chance, because when I got 50, actually, what do we have? No, we haven't reached 50, actually. But in terms of the health we have. But we're almost there. And we've still got quite a bit of time before we reach 140, so And that's, you know, roughly, like, let's say we do get 140 by the time we get halfway, even though that's not going to happen. We still have the sprint, and the previous run didn't. So we're still going to go faster anyway. So we've kind of already caught up. Because we also have to keep in mind that we are doing more Lovelorn villages. We're not doing two or three. Actually, how many are we doing? We're doing the one on the ground, then the one up there. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're doing 6 compared to like 2 or 3. So we are getting a percentage every time we do this. Because from memory, it was like 3 or 4 villages have to be happy to cause 1% change. So yeah, every time we're doing this, we have to do it less than 100 times, and we've already, you know, already gonna get 100. Yeah, I must admit, this definitely is more encouraging to attempt this over the double jump, because certainly double jump, you know, is more enjoyable than having nothing. Definitely, no doubt. But you know, even with that said, you know, sprint is just obviously it's going to help with speedruns. Yeah. First time it's like knocked up on me. So what are we on? We are on 49 now. See, like already again got a percentage from just that alone. So yeah, 1 at the least. So maybe even like 1.5 to maybe even 2%, depending on, you know, how much it is actually going up. Yeah, I mean, either way, I am psyched about this. It kind of was pointless to go for the other one, but still, again, I did want to get a really good sense of you know, both speed and time to really, yeah, gauge what's going to be better for this category as a whole. What's this? Cool. Yeah, I really ought to try Black Knight eventually. Oh man, I don't get it. I really don't freaking get those steps. You don't even need to be close to them, and the physics are already going to react as if you have gone over it, like you're next to it. You know, it's just, yeah, really weird physics. I forget if they improved the physics for that in Brick and Bond or not. Yeah, I genuinely cannot remember. So I guess the good or bad thing about this category so far is already this is like up there in being optimized from just these 2 or 3 attempts that I've done. Because I mean, in terms of, you know, going all the way from start to the end of the Land of Waves arc, that's already, you know, for the most part, been optimized from doing like any percent. So now add that to this. for the rest of the run, you know, again, it's like it's already... We're already in that stages of this being not only repetitive, but look at that, like already 52%. But yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if this is going to be difficult for not just others, but even myself to attempt to beat this in the future. Because, I mean, anything counts when it comes to time loss. I could do something as basic as just, you know, muck up a few times with my overall movement, or heck, even something really freaking minor where I accidentally select level 2 over level 1. It's like, you know, okay, bit of time, but, you know, add that all up, you know, it's gonna add up. But assuming that all of those are ticked off, and you know you don't run into any of those time loss obstacles. Yeah, as long as you don't run into any of that, I think this will be in a state where it's gonna be difficult to get past it. I mean, who knows? Maybe I could be wrong, because this is still new. But based on the optimization, god damn it! Like I think that specifically is where it's going to be interesting. Try and improve upon the movement towards the step, because like that's. I said it before. You know, the physics just treat it like you're there when you're not, and for some reason, yeah, that just all of a sudden makes it trigger the step physics. I don't know. It's weird. Gotta be careful with that. So I don't want to do this too often, because I mean, you know, technically it is time loss, especially when you don't need to do it. I mean, really, the only time I should want to look at it is when when I don't have a bit of a gauge of where I am with the health and that going up. Oh shit, after all that, it was an accidental success. Oh my. I think that, yeah, I actually think that is faster. Because, you know, you don't have to grind all the way to the other building, jump off the other building. Yeah, I actually think that is faster. Which again, you know, we are still in the experimental stages. Still gotta make comparison videos to see routes multiple routes to, yeah, literally see what is actually faster. But if I were to guess for that, I'm going to say that is faster. Because again, you don't have to branch back. Oh my god. Maybe I can like just land on the step or something. I don't know. It's just every time, even if I'm not sprinting, it's awkward. Now I'm gonna do one more detour. Oh, look at that! There's one more. Oh, god damn it. I mean, this might be overkill. But, you know, he's right next to the one I just did. And again, I'd like to think anyway that the more that you do, you know, the more you are pushing it closer to 100%. And, yeah, sure, it is a bit more exploration, branching out, different routing, but again, you are still at the end of the day pushing it up with each one. I was thinking about it before. I was like, I know there's one there, but I forget what level he's on, and if for that matter it's going to be worth going for, branching out even further. But I think eventually when I do this comparison, what I'll have to do is I'll have to I think the main one will be comparing the pretty much all of them except for the two where I go to the lake, because that will be interesting to see that by itself, whether or not it's going to be worth going for, you know, 100 or so times, or however many I need to do to get 100%. Okay, so 57. 57 already. 50 freaking 7 already. This. We're not even climbing walls anymore. I'm trying to think now, is there any I'm maybe forgetting? Any more that I'm forgetting? Yeah, I think that is slower, doing all that. The problem so far is the infamous step, because there is one or two there. If you drop down and instead of grinding to the other building. So if I can avoid that consistently, we should be fine. If not, it may prove to be slower. It proves to be a bit of a problem in terms of time saves. So okay, let's try this out. So I think this is going to be better anyway, instead of going to the one in front and then back, because I mean, it's just going to be awkward, because you've got that little house thing in front of me, and that's going to make it, or I feel that's going to make it a bit more awkward. Just trying to avoid any kind of weird collision detection with the step. So that works. Yeah, I think that is slower actually, going for that one last, because more chance of doing that for starters, but even just jumping up, or rather double jumping up, then sprint hopping, compared to if I just did him first then came back, I'd be sprinting and sprint hopping the whole time, so. But, okay. Not too subtle. Whoa, 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 whoa. Yeah, I gotta be careful of that, definitely. %60 already. I can't believe how fast this is going up. I mean, I said it before, but it quite literally is going up every attempt, or every time I load back in, right? So makes sense, but damn. Okay, so yep. Let's not rail back. Instead, we're gonna do a bit of a lift. Oops. Oh yeah, I think. Oh, I mean, assuming I don't get that every time, and I don't cling on, I think we should be good. Because I mean, yeah, definitely going over and cutting through the building rather going around the building. Yeah, that's definitely gonna be faster. Hey, yo, what's going on here? Whoa. Fuck me. I like had to bloody hit the power freaking, what, like 5 times? Sheesh. God damn it. Here I thought I bloody found a way to not get it to freeze on me. I just want one run where I can, do it clean. I mean, unfortunately, Resident Evil is one of those games where there's a very, very good chance you're gonna encounter a crash. For any of the runs, Definitely the longer you're playing it, more chance you're gonna get it. And in that regard, more chance for the longer runs, for those kinds of... right, I didn't sign in. To do that. Okay. Thomas. So this is why I feel it's really, really good to, or very important to include the time, the in-game time. That way it's, at least that's going to be more accurate than this. It's going to kick me back, ain't it? Yep. But still, I have to remember, we're in the 40s now. And at this point, we were only up to 50% when, we're 60s now, right? Let's see when it loads. Okay, let me see if I can fix this while this is loading. What's going on, Oh god. Might have to reset the bloody capture card, because it's not really It's not where it is right now. Is that working? There we go. I'll just have to make it full screen when I'm doing the jutsu. Unless it does it for me, which knowing it probably won't. Okay, let's try that. Should hopefully do it. There we go, cool. So, we're back now. You know, I must admit though, I don't really feel like when it froze like that, I don't feel like that was the kind of freeze that I would get if I encountered slowdown enough, so I think there is a chance that I could have overreacted, and instead of, you know, turning off the console and resetting it as fast as I could, I think if I waited a little longer, it maybe could have started responding and unfroze itself. That could maybe explain why, again, it wasn't slow and it froze. And it could also explain why when I turned it off like 5 frickin' times, it wasn't turning off, because it was trying to think and it was still on. And by me trying to turn it off, it could have made things, you know, worse. Don't know, but if that happens again, I'll have to wait a little longer, I think. Okay, what are we on now? We are 60s. Cool. So we're like already 10% in front. And again, we've got the sprint now, so it's only going to get bigger with the time save. So easily, no doubt, it was worth going for it. But yeah, it is very interesting to really compare it though, and like with the times of when you get 50%, to really see, yeah, like the difference in time in terms of like your exploration, your your routing and your limitations being stuck on level 1, because, you know, makes sense. You try to do this method from the earliest point that you both have sexy jutsu as well as have the ability to leave the village and trigger the ASG. But even with that, it's still slower to continue doing it from there compared to this, you know. Being patient and still progressing with the story a little longer through 2 more main missions, which, you know, by doing so will give you level 2 sexy jutsu as well as the sprint, most notably the sprint. I mean, both are very useful because, I mean, obviously level 2 is going to allow you to do more and speed up things even further, which I still do want to compare just to really, you know, get an idea if certain level 1 villages are worth going to, or maybe not. But I think, yeah, no doubt the sprint is definitely worth it. Perhaps in that respect I should have, instead of doing the amount that I'm doing now, I should have just stuck to what I was doing. Or rather, the same NPCs that I was doing before. Yeah. See, okay, that makes me think otherwise. Going over the building, I mean, being faster. Because, I mean, technically it's slower, but it just seems to be easier than trying to get on top to skip it. Because on top of all of that, you know, there's less chance of running into something and, you know, tumbling or whatever. Yeah, there's definitely no trace of any, like, or at least any noticeable slower down performance difference. Because, yeah, I don't see any differences there. So, I mean, I guess you could say I'm just trying to be, you know, better safer than sorry. Because if it had crashed, better to quickly reset it rather than wait to see in case it's going to, you know, resume, which, you know, if it did crash, wouldn't have done so. Phew. See, there's even like a potential comparison here from this NPC to the next one. Because, like, if we go back to what I was doing before, where I wasn't getting this one in front, and I was leaving him till now, and instead of going to him now, and instead going to this one by doing some careful platforming, then going to him, and then from there going to the rail that I'm about to now, you know, it's not impossible that that could, route-wise, be faster. $65%. Not too shabby. Whoa. Oh. I didn't know you could do that. So you can actually stop the camera reset if you hit it again. Okay, cool. Yeah, see, I feel like it might be slower doing that because, like, again, it is faster in terms of like cutting through the building, but you have to like wait for the the fall compared to just running the whole way there, But definitely worth a comparison, I feel. Okay, yeah, hopefully at this rate I'll have time to, when I get this done, do some pure 6 beta testing after this. Because I've been writing that off for a few days now. Yeah, I do think double jumping is the best way to avoid that. Come on. Okay, I'm gonna leave it this time. Yeah, see, that is what I'm talking about. I feel like because of that, I unnecessarily quit out of it. Well, turned it off out of it. That's... Yeah, that makes me think that it didn't crash and I was just overreacting to it. Damn it. And again? Come on. What is going on here? Is it the disc? I mean, as long as it's not crashing, it's okay. But, sheesh. Kebab. See, if it froze here, then I'd be concerned. Because it does slow down and noticeably. I say noticeably, but it's not as noticeable comparing it to, you know, again, the times where it really is consistently and, like, very obviously slowing down. So, okay, this time I'm gonna just run around the building and see if that's gonna be any good. See, as long as I make that to the fence, it'll be alright, I think. Now, was there one or two steps? There was... I think there was two. I think I jumped over the second one, so I couldn't really see. Yeah, it's definitely better. Like, it feels slower, but, you know, definitely not gonna get, the step collision detection, so that's good. 70s, let's go. Let's freaking go. Yeah, man, like, what a difference. I'm still just surprised that I have to progress a little bit further in the story. Or for that matter, I'm very surprised that the autosave, the Konoha autosave, before Moegi gets kidnapped, is like a lot sooner, and instead of being there after you trigger the cutscene, and then she gets kidnapped. After doing that, it's gone back to normal. It's just like they wanted it to be there, but then they just got rid of it when the cutscene triggers. I don't know. Oh, it's weird. It's weird. Because it does seem like they wanted that autosave to be for eventually when you leave to go, rescue Moegi. But just yeah, then it goes back to normal, and it's like, really? Oh, okay. Very strange. And that's what I was kind of worried about, if it was still going to be there, and in which case would that still hinder this this plan, this strategy? I almost triggered it. It's still a bit awkward, because I mean, if I can like keep sprinting after the first jump and then really like go up to like the edge and then double jump downhill, then I think I should be fine. So, what did I say? What did I say was like a rough estimation of the time? Wasn't it like 240 or? Because we had like 120 from memory when we were like at, well, we weren't on 50 at the time, but we're like borderline 50. So I'm guessing like somewhere between 240 to 250. Hey. Furs again. What's going on here, man? Didn't do this yesterday. Then again, I wasn't at this point in the story yesterday, so I guess you could say it differs. Oh, first time that's failed. Huh. Whoa, chill. Can you like hit the fucking rail, please? Thank you. Okay. So I think maybe it's a disc thing. Or again, like I mentioned, maybe it's just because I'm at this point in the story, and still that doesn't really excuse the amount of times it happens. So wait, what was I before? Wasn't it? I was like 71, and we're on like 74 now. Let's really compare it. We're on 74 now. See what happens when we do this next wave. Just to get an idea of like the numbers specifically. Perhaps I should say roughly, because it's still on points. Yeah, I had a feeling I messed that up. Oh. It's awkward. But I still think it is faster than hitting the rail. I'd love if I could break out of it. Actually, that's a thought. What if I can I like maybe talk to him again? Yes, I cannot. See, what kind of move now? I don't have an animation? No. But, I'll try that out, though. If I can, like, speak to him as soon as the animation ends, maybe I could, like, break out of being stuck? I don't know. Okay, I didn't even... Oh, well. Now, a bit further... Okay, yeah, no, that is awkward. Because it's like your jump, or well, yeah, your jump has to like really turn to not, you know, muck up your running or sprinting a little further. Because you know there is a chance with those kind of jumps that you're gonna go down the stairs. Oh, cool. 900s. Let's go. Just noticed now. Yeah, cool. I was going to say, still got a little bit to go, but at the same time, I don't want to forget to be on live split when I need the time. It only just occurred to me now. There's like one right fucking there. Okay. I feel stupid now. $77. Okay, so well, to be fair, we did just add 1 to that. So okay, 74 to 77. Oh, we're doing more than 1 or 2 every attempt. Oh man. So I borderline am thinking of just ditching this whole thing. I mean, it works, but it's very awkward. I'd rather just have a consistent rail to building to next one. Rather than, yeah, rail to building to rail, 1 more, then go backwards, potentially mess up, then next one. Yeah, the fact that that new one that I've added is, I mean, again, this is all still assuming that it doesn't, you know, he's not happy. But the fact that that worked out well, that it wasn't like a level 3 one. Because I thought for sure that it was one of those, but thankfully, no. I know there is one to my left, but well, there's actually two to my left. There's one on a building, and there's one sitting on the step. And from memory, the one sitting on the step has 3, but I forget about the one on the building. Regardless, I don't really want to go for them. Because that does seem like a bit of a detour. It isn't just slightly branching out, sprinting to them. It's like, no, you have to manually go up there, you know, chakra concentration your way up there, do it, and then jump back down and then proceed. Because at least with all of these so far, all you have to do is just sprint there. Yeah, again, I just still can't believe about this one. This is just, please work there, because it could still fail, but no, he works. Let's go. That just works out really well. Because the fact that it's like, he's there as you're like going back. I mean, yeah, sure, you have to take a rail backwards, but it's like still, you're still on the same path, you know? What are we on now? 80 was that? Yeah. Yeah, wow. What were we before? 77? Yeah, 77. Yeah, so we are getting 3. With each attempt, we are getting 3. Let's fucking go. That is freaking dirt. So, okay, I wonder, are we gonna get like 85 again? Because I remember having 85 when I got like 1,000 health. Yeah, this does just feel slightly slower. More consistent, but... See, that's the sad part about not doing that route. Because it's faster, at least I feel it's faster, and if it is, it's going to be slightly faster. But it's less consistent. Wait, hold the phone. We're on freaking, what, 80% already? Damn, this might be faster than I thought. I mean, let's not get a herb shot, but, I don't know, man. Just, this seems like a pretty good pace for the time we've got currently. I mean, either way, it does look like we're going to be in the 2s. But, sub 240, don't know, we'll have to wait and see. Because again, I have to reiterate that I'm still very new to this. This is like pretty much my second run. Still trying things, still experimenting. I mean, at this point, currently, you know, this isn't even a category yet on SRC. So, yeah, after I'm done here, gonna have to, you know, add it in and then submit it. Really? See, like, again, it's like this, you just can't freaking escape the freaking curse of the step. Oh, man. Yeah, I turned back around, whoops. Whew, won't be long now. So I'm just thinking, maybe is there any way I can maybe do that without using the rail? No, I don't think so. $83. Yeah, we are getting threes every time. Let's freaking go. So I think when we get to like 98, I'm really gonna have to like pause or actually no, I won't pause. I'll just look at the chart and that'll tell me exactly how many more I've got left. See, that's like a double-edged sword right there, because it's like, if you can get over that, I think it is a little faster. But if not, you're gonna stumble. So I'm just thinking, even like routing there, I feel could be a bit better, because let me see what I was doing. Yeah, I think when I land on the house, I can jump on the house to the right, then jump from there down below, instead of dropping off of the first house. Because I do feel that dropping, well, I mean, it is slower, because, you know, you're not in a sprint hop, thus having your normal non-sprint momentum or speed. $1,000, let's go. Oh, did you guys see that? Did you guys see that? It said 2. I usually don't get any. Or if I am going to get any, I'm going to get 4. So the fact that it capped out at 2 just then, okay, that is very interesting. I mean, obviously it's got something to do with the fact that I'm doing it now in the story compared to previous attempts I did it before or after? Yeah, before or after the bell test, the training fields exam. So, okay. It's still got some form of like calculations of how much you can have and when it has to cap. And it still does seem to be tied to the health and when that maxes. So that's cool. But I still am going to do this playthrough that I started off stream to really see what happens if I combine the capped out training points from doing this, as well as adding all the rest of the training points from completing the game normally, to see, yeah, where it's gonna like max out at. If it's gonna be the same as like completing it normally, or if you can have more. Because the math is very well calculated where you basically purchase everything you need to from your senseis in terms of like all your abilities or next level jutsus. You can upgrade it all. And by the time that you've bought everything, you have 0 training points. So it's very well calculated. But I think, or rather, I'm wondering with this if I'm going to be able to have more than I should be able to have, and in which case, if I purchase everything, am I going to still have training points? And if so, how much? Because it might just stop giving me training points for doing certain things, be they like missions or mini games even, you know. Which actually, now that I think about it, I think it does from memory. I think it does stop giving you health after completing certain things like social quests. I'll have to double check on that because I'm not entirely sure. But again, that's the main reason I started this this playthrough, to really confirm if I can get more or not. Because again, I would still like to find methods. Oh, that failed. Great. Yeah, I still would like to find methods on how to get more coins, be they gold coins or ancient coins. I don't really care too much for ancient coins, at least not anymore. I used to when I, was stuck with the PAL version and I didn't have the 2 good coins where they would work and would register. Yeah, in those days I would have cared, but now it's like, just boot up the NTSC version, you're fine. Actually, I say that, I'm actually going to double check that to be absolutely sure after I'm done here. But, yeah. The gold coins, on the other hand, I mentioned it yesterday, they are... They haven't been... I'm not sure if this was just something they did intend, or they intended for there to be more. Because, yeah, if you go to the scroll shop, you can't actually get every scroll fully upgraded, because there's not enough gold coins to do so. And because of which, you are basically going to need to do multiple playthroughs. Just to, yeah, upgrade everything. And even then, I mean, it's not worth it. You don't get any, like, achievements for doing so. In fact, I don't even think there's enough save slots to have all the scrolls upgraded. Well, I say that, maybe there is, because if you combine that with having a USB for having 5 more extra slots, plus 2 or 4 more for the auto saves, maybe, assuming you don't get ASG, then, yeah, maybe then. But there is a lot of scrolls, so I don't know, I haven't really looked into it, but that's what I mean, I would like to look more into it in the future, because it definitely is something I want to check out more, because it just... I haven't even used all the scrolls, believe it or not. I've used scrolls in the past, but in terms of using them in runs, I've never used them. And in terms of... actually, how are we going? Oh, shit. Not too bad. In terms of actually unlocking all the scrolls and using all the scrolls at least once, I've never done it. I still haven't actually used them all just to see how they play, like what difference they make equipping them, you know. So yeah, if I can exploit further with this ASG and get it to affect gold coins as well, you know, this could be the answer that I'm looking for how to get all the scrolls and upgraded, you know, upgraded to level 3. Because from memory, you can buy all the scrolls, but you can't upgrade them all to level 3. Because again, not enough gold coins. So okay, about 3 more waves, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, when we get to like 96. On that attempt, I'm going to be pausing it a bit, because I mean, I don't want to have to wait on 99 in case I could, you know, get it during that. Or before that, I should say. So what are we on now? Ooh. Yeah, I think we do have sub 240. I think eventually we probably could get sub 230. I mean, I say that. This hasn't really been that bad of a run. It was mainly just me quitting out. Or unnecessarily closing it off. Which, I mean, again, you can kind of see why, because I didn't know if it was going to resume, and I didn't really want to take that chance in case, but now seeing it happen more, it was a bit of a waste of time. But yeah, it's strange that it didn't happen before. Again, it probably is related to the story. In that regard, it'd be interesting to try this again some other day to see if it's going to behave the same way. Because, I mean, like, even then, it just seems weird that, because, like, how long was I into it? I was, because at that point, I had been doing it for quite a while, but I didn't encounter it till then. I was quite a bit into it, so I don't know, just, yeah, it just seemed to come out of nowhere, no warning. Which I think kind of adds to what I said before, where the more you're playing it, the more chance it's gonna, you know, have some spikes here and there. Either more slowdown or more chance of it actually crashing. Ooh, okay, that's okay. 92 now, huh? Hard to see that's what I was kind of afraid of, because it's not perfectly 3. It's like 2 point something. Okay. So in that regard, when we get to 97, I'll really look at it. Okay, maybe it could still be 240. I don't know. Too many steps around, man. It'll be fine. I just gotta make sure to look at the chart when I get to like 97 or 98, whatever. I'm really trash at that house movement. I mean, really. I'm either like early or late. Too early, too late. Just no. Nope. So I didn't actually get to check, but I think it was 85% of the village popularity, which gave me 1,000 health. At least I think it was. I'll have to double check if I. Actually, no. I think I was, because like, weren't we here when I got 1,000? So I guess even then it's not really gonna accurately show. I think it was roughly around there. No, it definitely was in the 80s. You know, I must say, I am definitely a lot more satisfied with this speed and movement. Ooh, 96. Yeah, definitely. Because it's, you know, doing this for like 5 hours is just overkill. At least now, yeah, we're doing it in like half the time. I mean, it's still tedious. And again, I said this before, but the more that we do this and the more that we optimize it, I fear that it's going to get less interesting. It's going to be more boring. The only interesting thing is just, I guess, trying to get a world record, trying to get a PB. Okay, so let's try this again. Yeah, no, that's kind of awkward. Because you really have to turn to reach it. I mean, I did keep my momentum, so that's something, I guess, but I didn't even do what I was trying to do. Oh god, it's actually going to be a lot more closer than I thought, I think. Got 6 more, I think. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I've still got 2 more to get after that. It's going to be more closer than I thought, actually. Oh, man. I believe the one in the fence there is level 3. 2 more, yeah. We'll get it, I think. We'll get it. Because I'm gonna do something else. There is one more that I still haven't gotten, which won't work with this glitch, but it will work with getting 100% right now. And it just so happens to be on this path. Well, actually, maybe, nah, never mind. Because I just realized, nah, it's probably going to be, what will it be? Nah, fuck it, I will go for it. That way I really cover all of it. But this is probably the only time I'm going for this one because, for a few reasons. I mean, obviously, yeah, it's going to be faster going for the other one, but there's also the fact, time. And of course the bloody, oh god, it froze on me. There we go, 100%. But yeah, there's also the fact that it really horrendously slows down the 100%. Oh, 186.